What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. And today, well, I already started, but we're in the process of doing the whole swap with the engine on this Civic Si. Before we start, again, guys, thank you so much for your subscribe and support. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment if you got anything you want to share about Honda, and let's get down to it. So I've removed the radiator and the seat right over there. Also, I removed both CV axle, hiding right there. So got a head start on all that. Also remove this piece right here. It's almost like the part of the core support, but it belonged right up top here. It's part of the frame, and it's gonna be a series of like 3 bolts on each side here, 3 bolts here, a couple bolts up top, up here, and a couple bolts in the back over here. So this is an older car. Some bolts are missing, but the key is to remove this top half so you have all the clearance you need when we lift lift the engine upwards. I've also removed this part right here. I don't know the proper name for it, but it has a series of 10 and 12 millimeter bolts on each side and like in the middle. So once you remove that, you just pop it out, and then you have even more clearance from the back of the engine. Obviously, you need to drain the oil and the coolant. Also recommended, well, if you want, you can also drain the transmission fluid as well. And we'll start disconnecting wires, labeling, and then disconnecting all the wires. Also remove any excessive lines. Also take note or label it, doesn't matter what works best for you guys. And then also work our way to the back. Our main goal is to basically get all the wire harness, all the wires, and move the wire harness on this side away. And yeah, let's get to it. For some hoses, what I'll do, I'll take some of my old gloves and I'll cut them up, cut the fingers, and then insert them in certain cavities around the engine, like for right here by the water pump. I went ahead and cover that up. It's pretty tight, but if you want to, play it safe, I got some zip ties. I'm just gonna use some of these and secure it. So we're gonna do the same for the heater core back there for the 2 lines. Also, if there's any other lines, like perhaps maybe line here, probably have to cover that up. Point is, we're gonna do that. We're gonna label, or just label the wire connectors, take care of the hoses, remove this intake, remove the battery, and let's see what's happening next. So we got the wire harness out. It's over there. I've labeled some of them just to make sure I don't forget where exactly it belongs. Some is explanatory, like the lines for the injectors, for the coils, and all that stuff. So when we get it most of it out of the way, don't really have to worry too much. It's over there. So we got the alternator tucked over there. Got that out. We also shifted the AC compressor, because we're not going to drain the system. I'm not going to take it out. It's not wise. You don't want the refrigerant to get in the atmosphere. So I'll remove 4 bolts, size 12s, and kind of shift it outward. And then 3 bolts for the alternator, also size 12, to pop that out. Try to make sure this is as close as possible, because you're going to need all the space you could get. Tuck this on the side. There's going to be 2 bolts for the bracket. Each of them are 10. 1 right here, and 1 over here. And after you shift it as best as you can, you're pretty much cleared up at this side. I also disconnect the fuel line, and everything relating to that is over here, tucked in the back. Hopefully I don't have to move it from there, but if I have to, I'll try to find somewhere else. Also remove the 2 lines to the heater core from the coolant. So they're tucked in down there. Perhaps I gotta move it again as well, because I'm gonna need all the space I can get. The next step is to remove the lines. You're gonna have a little bit of brake fluid coming out, so you don't want, just expect a little mess. And then take this bracket off. There's like a little lock plate or whatever this thing is. You pry that out and slide this whole hose with the line and tuck it somewhere safe. I'll probably just move it downward here to have it hiding. The next step naturally would be start looking at the engine mounts and see where we go from there. My goal is to remove both of these mounts first, these side engine mounts. I'm going to leave the front and the rear for now, and then once I have the chains lined up and set up, then I'll remove the front. Well, I'll move the back first, then I'll remove the front, and then we just try to see if we can maybe fish it out. Oh, also, I forgot, I'm about to do it right now, but don't forget to remove the exhaust. So not the headers, but down there where you want to remove those bolts. I think you should move from the other side, from under the car. I don't know what size they are, but once you move that, you also gotta probably have to move the exhaust itself a little bit just for clearance. But yeah, once we get that out, take the rear mount out. It should be okay to take everything out, but I'll verify that, and then we see if we can try to fish it out. So already disconnect the exhaust. I kind of double check everything one more time, try to clear it as much as I can on that side, make sure there's nothing over there. This has got to be cleared out. All the mounts are still intact. I just set up this little lift bracket, engine lift bracket. The next step I will do is go ahead and start taking off the mounts. Like I said, I'm gonna start removing these 2 first, and then I'll do the back and the front. Or should I do the other way around? Alright, so the hardest part, well, at least if you're doing it by yourself, is getting the transmission bolt out of the way. So I have to get the whole assembly out. In reality, you probably don't have to do it the way I did, but the hardest part was getting this bolt right here. It was hiding right here. So you kind of have to get it from under the car and basically use a size 17 wrench and just winch your way through it. But once you get it through, it's pretty much free from here. So I had to remove this bracket piece of the mount mainly because while I lifted up, I realized there's less room in this side and it was under this line. So you don't want to, you know, any of these refrigerant line for the AC or anything to break or anything like that. So I did that, and I have significantly more clearance. Like I said, just take your time, examine the front and the back. The back seems good so far. The front is good. It's going to tilt an awkward position. I'm working on the transmission side while I'm going up, but we're getting there. Right, so practically got the engine completely out and the transmission, so we got everything out. And if you see right there, that don't look good at all. Now we're gonna place this engine down and then start taking things apart. So pretty much got it completely out, like I said, and place it on something nice and soft and firm so we can slowly start taking things apart. Have any questions, feel free to hit me up on the comment section. If you like this video so far, go ahead, hit that like button, support the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.